What's up, guys? So I made a video recently of me just reacting some cars that are being sold in my area. If you guys don't know and you're new to the channel, I live in Vancouver, BC, and we get a lot of imports. We have a lot of car guys, we have a lot of car meets. The car scene is pretty big here. And last time I was just reacting to some vehicles in my area, and I noticed that we have a lot of Skylines and GTRs and everything like that. So I wanted to do just a second video following up that video of just some Skylines that are being sold in my area as well. If any of you guys are interested in purchasing these vehicles, it's as simple as changing your location to Vancouver, BC, and then searching up the vehicle you desire and maybe getting a hold of the person who owns it, and for all you know, you might own the vehicle. So yeah, starting off the video here, we got a 99 Nissan Skyline, R34 sedan, sorry. The Neo inline 6. It has the Neo inline 6, automatic transmission, all power options, bone stock aside from GPS, and all season tires. So from the very first picture, looks fairly clean. He's asking for only $10,000 for it, which is a good price. I was just telling some of my friends that I believe that base model Skyline sedans like this one should be around $10,000 to $15,000. I think that's a fair price. So second picture still looks fairly clean. I don't know if it's just me, but maybe the headlights are a little fogged. I don't know if I can see that well from the picture, but a little fogged. Third picture looks pretty good. Stock wheels. Everything looks stock, like he mentioned. Stock exhaust. Is this a manual? Automatic. So this is automatic R34 sedan. I don't know if I'm also tripping a little bit, but it does look like the brakes are a little rusty. I don't know if that's just me though. The rear brake there. You can kind of see a bit of orange there. Interior picture. Nothing too crazy, but it does look clean. The seats aren't completely torn to shit. It is automatic, so I mean, but a lot of people hate automatics, but then you realize you can just swap it out for a couple extra thousand. So I mean, could just swap this out. Little GPS. Hopefully all the gauges work. The steering wheel looks fairly clean. Some of these steering wheels you'll see on these older cars, they're really worn out. Again, more seat pictures, pretty clean. The rear seats look pretty good. Lots of trunk space. Has the spare tire, spare jack. That's very good. Under the hood, I don't see anything major. Does look a little old. Does look a little dirty. Doesn't look like he spent time cleaning it out or making it look fancy for the photo. No rust on the strut tires, which is a good sign. Yeah, it doesn't look too bad. It doesn't look too shabby. So our next car is a 99 Skyline, priced in USD. They're asking for 14,000 US. RB25 Neo with 92,000 kilometers on it. Blurry picture, unfortunately, a little bit, but looks fairly clean. There's a side picture, so it's another sedan. Stock wheels, little wing. It has those JDM rain deflectors, tinted back window. There's the back. Looks fairly clean. I see a little nick maybe there. I don't know if that's just my eyes or just the way the camera's taken. I believe these little pieces are also aftermarket on the rear bumper. Don't see anything too crazy. There's the back seats. Again, I don't see anything too crazy. Nothing spilled. No tears. There's the center console. I don't know if that's painted. It looks a little tacky to be in a stock automatic. Skyline does have sport mode. I mean, I know some people might appreciate that. There's the front seats. Again, looks fairly clean. Sometimes you'll see like rips and tears in this area or in this area because that's where there's a lot of movement. But it looks fairly clean. Trunk looks pretty good. Nothing too crazy. Lots of space. So yeah, this guy's asking for 14,000 USD. So I'm just assuming that's give or take 20,000 Canadian. Now, like the last R34, holy fuck. Like the last R34, I would say between 10 to 15,000 Canadian is a fair price for these. Especially the automatics, they should not be more than 20. So the next car is the R33 GTST. Selling it for 36,000. Has about 100,000 kilometers on it. Manual transmission. 12 years of ownership. He's a second owner. It came from Japan to Canada. He claims the car's been driven with respect, not abused, kept clean as it could. And I believe he says the final numbers being 489 horsepower. The other side looks like a fairly clean car. Aftermarket exhaust, of course, Skyline. Yeah, it looks pretty clean to me. Fitment looks good. Nothing too crazy. The other side, same thing. I don't know why it has a Nismo badge on it. I'm assuming it didn't come like that, or maybe he put that on himself, but I thought Nismo was its own thing. There's the dash, odometer, so you can see how it looks. So he has a little, what is that, clock, I'm assuming, 2 gauges, aftermarket steering wheel, his tuner. I mean, under the hood. So some prominent things, of course, big turbo, big filter, strut bar. I don't see any rust on the strut towers. Aftermarket, intake manifold, blow-off valve, intercooler piping. Another picture of it inside. Yeah, this car looks good. This car looks good. The black wheels with the black body. Some more stuff. There you are, another list of what's in it. Okay, if you guys are interested, you can just pause the video and read these 2 lists. It's completely up to you guys. So yeah, this guy's selling for 36,000. So the next car we got here is another 33 GTST. 97,000 kilometers driven, manual transmission, makes 330 horse. He's selling it for $36,000. From the very first picture, aftermarket wheels, banner, intercooler. I really like this photo. It looks really clean, really cool. Another picture in a little alleyway. Would have been cooler if it was a bit more HD. But again, Facebook doesn't do that. License is hanging all crooked. Not sure what's up with that. Red intercooler piping. I believe aftermarket fuel rail. Big ass cold air intake. Or big fucking filter for the turbo. Painted head. I don't know what else I'm missing. You guys let me know if 36,000 is a good price for this thing. Definitely might be on my radar with the coming years. Because I've always wanted to own a Skyline. So we'll see what happens. So the next car we got here is another 33 GTS with coilovers wheels. 67,000 kilometers on it. He's asking 39,000 for it. Manual transmission. Let's see what we got here. So very first photo, nothing too crazy. Looks like a bone stock R33. Second photo, same thing, bone stock R33. I don't see any major imperfections or modifications. You got the odometer to prove that it's legit, unless it's just been rolled back. And another photo of another stock Nissan Skyline. Now, if you guys remember from just a couple of minutes ago, we saw 2 33s that were about 35,000 with a lot more modifications. So this guy might be just selling it at such a high price because of the low kilometers and because it's bone stock. So if that's something you guys are interested in, this might be your choice of vehicle. So the next car we got here is a R34 Skyline GTT. for 50,000. It has 100,000 kilometers on it. Paint is in great condition. Factory 5-speed. It's making 245 wheel horsepower, but only 7 psi. I'm assuming you could probably go a lot higher. He has a couple mods done to it. You guys can check it out. Just intercooler, downpipe, exhaust, some gauges. Yeah, and it'll be U.S. legal in April of 2024. So yeah, well, look at the first photo. Fairly clean. You can see the intercooler poking out there. Nothing too crazy. Stock wheels, stock body. Another little wet photo of the back end. Another back end wet photo. And another wet photo of the front end. Now, what I would have personally liked is to see a couple more photos, maybe like engine bay photo, interior photo. At least the person who's buying has a good idea of what they're coming to see. So the last one we got here, the last Skyline we got here is a GTR coupe. 91, driven 150,000 kilometers, being sold for 64,000. So this is a weekend track car daily driver built by himself, American title in Oregon, but he lives in Canada. And he's selling for 64,000 Canadian or 50,000 USD. Straight to under the hood, we got big turbo, intercooler piping, aftermarket intake, manifold. He heat wrapped the downpipe with a little heat shield. I don't see any rust on the strut towers, which is pretty good. Nothing too crazy. Looks like your typical RB26. I do like it though, very clean. Very clean. There's the exterior, the back end, GTR, big muffler. I believe these are aftermarket wheels. Next, we got the interior. So we got a racing seat, aftermarket steering wheel. Does it say what kind of transmission it says? Not that I can see. So it's running 18 psi currently. There's some suspension and steering components underneath. This is the work in progress photo. We all take those. An engine out of the car. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I've never really owned an old Skyline, but I would definitely love to. There's some more pictures of underneath. Yeah, it looks like a fairly clean car. There's what it looks like. So he's selling it for 64,000. Now, would you guys pay 64,000? I don't know. I mean, it is a GTR. It's not your typical Skyline that was just, with the turbo kit on it. So I don't really know. You guys can probably let me know. We will call this video to an end. If you guys did enjoy, leave a like, leave a comment. I'm totally down to do more videos like this of me just reacting to random cars on the internet. If any of you guys are curious or want to message these people, change your Facebook location to Vancouver, BC in the marketplace and just search up the car that you desire and you could probably find it. Have a rest of your... No, that doesn't sound right. Hope you guys have a good day. Leave a like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.